In the last 2 years of me building my end-to-end marketing systems for content creators, coaches, and info sellers, I realized that the success of one's business entirely relies on this. It starts and ends with the market that you're in, and it has to do everything with the people that you want to sell to. Now, I don't mean to switch your niche if you're coaching or selling info in a particular area, as there's some people in my inner circle who are in niches that I wouldn't say never, but I thought that would be pretty difficult to scale to. But there's some people who are selling Quran teaching in my inner circle, and they're scaling to $15,000, $20,000 a month. Basically, I've helped scale so many people in niches that I would say at the time that I thought weren't possible. So what I'm saying by this is not to switch your niche, but your market is really, really important. And the big thing, what I'm trying to get across, is that you need to find the right angle within your niche. The success of your business relies on creating an offer in your niche that attracts the right individuals who will purchase a product of yours. And unfortunately, what is happening now is the Alex Hormozi no-brainer offer effect. I almost wish that Alex created a book before $100 million offers. And that book really should have been $100 million products. Because right now, the $100 million offers is like the textbook for creating a no-brainer offer. But like I was saying, the unfortunate thing is that this entire online space is being bombarded with all of these no-brainer offers. Business owners are making insane promises that they just cannot deliver on. So in this flooded market of everybody just one-upping each other on their no-brainer offer, you need to shift in how you think of coming up with an offer so you can stand out while also not promising the world. It's by putting these two concepts together. You go from asking yourself, how do I create a no-brainer offer, to how do I create an amazing offer that is scalable for you, the coach or the info seller, while not promising the world, but is positioned well enough within the niche that you're in to drive in high ticket sales and get to $20,000 a month at least. And this is what we're going to be covering in the video today. But quickly, if you do not know who I am, my name is Brett Foley, and I've scaled my info agency all the way to $70,000 a month, working with some of the biggest coaches and info sellers in this entire online space. And what I'm doing now is helping coaches and info sellers to not scale with funnels and go down that rabbit hole of switching from marketing system to marketing system. And we're helping people scale with ecosystems. So if you want to learn more about that and the whole entire story and what I do, there should be a link in the description going to a video explaining all that. For now, let's get into how to create your ascending offer without promising the world and standing out within your niche in this coaching space. Okay, so going to Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers, the book that should have been released second, should have created the product, $100 million products book first. But really, this has become the textbook, holy Bible of coming up with offers. And he does a really good job at explaining value creation. So value creation and coming up with your offer for yourself is all about getting somebody to their dream outcome and making sure they have a great perceived likelihood of achieving that dream outcome with less time and delay and effort and sacrifice. That is how you create value. So to put this in more simple terms, these things here need to be increased, okay? And this needs to be decreased, right? So how can you increase somebody believing that they can get to their desired result, whether it's $20,000, whether it's getting six-pack abs, without putting in too much time and effort in getting there? So when you maximize the top here and minimize the bottom, more and more value is created. It's the reason why surgeons who do BBLs or fat reduction surgery can charge 10 times more to getting the result of, well, let's just say fat reduction surgery, just losing fat, than a personal trainer would ever be able to charge for the most part, unless position yourself right. And we'll talk about that. But going with that example, it's because they're going to perceive, or they're going to get to the likelihood of achievement a whole lot better, right? It's surgery. It's pretty much guaranteed it's going to happen unless you die. That would be unfortunate. But then, and then the time and delay into it, and the effort and sacrifice. You need zero effort to get a fat reduction surgery, and basically zero time. You probably get put under for about 2 hours, 4 hours. I don't know. Never got it done before, but that is why surgeons can charge. I don't know how much they charge for it. I never looked into it, but I would assume it's like 10 to 20K. Who knows? Maybe even a little bit more. Okay. That's why the value there is so much more than what a personal trainer can charge, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of effort and sacrifice that needs to go into personal training. Okay. To actually go to the gym, lose the weight, do the meal plans, all that stuff. And then the likelihood of achievement is a little bit less, or actually a lot of it less, because they have to put in that effort, right? So there's not as much value there. But we'll show you how to create that no-brainer offer. But unfortunately, what this is leading to in this space right now is these overinflated no-brainer offers, right? You're getting a lot of things like this. For example, I'll help you lose 60 pounds in 20 days while eating anything you want without working out, guaranteed. If you don't see the results, I'll wire you $10,000 back. We're seeing a lot of this. Just things that aren't possible. And everybody is coming up with these fake promises. Everyone's trying to one-up each other. They're trying to just make their offers better, and better, making it sound more of a no-brainer, which is leading to these fake promises. And a lot of people in the industry, unfortunately, getting screwed over and causing a lot of coaches and info sellers to compete with that, trying to one-up. And it's just this whole snowball effect that's not really working. So right now in the online space, we're in a red ocean of bloated offers. Okay, I'm freaking no-brainer. And your offer is sitting right there, right? If you can't make these promises that other people are making, how are you going to stand out? How is somebody going to purchase your thing? Okay, so that's what we're going to answer right now. Okay, so standing out in a sea of bloated offers. To stand out in a red sea, you need two unique mechanisms to determine whether a prospect will go with you or with someone else's shit offer. So here are the two things. Number one, you are the offer. You, the personal brand, can stand out. Okay? Going back to this fitness example, one of the most saturated markets, I would say, in the online space is fitness coaching. But yet, I've serviced a lot of fitness coaches. The ones that stick with it, the ones that implement the right systems, have a good offer, are always successful. So how are they standing out in this incredibly saturated market with incredibly bloated offers? It all starts with you. You're the niche. Kind of going back to what Dan Coe has said. Make yourself the offer. People don't just buy because of information, right? Information is readily available. You can Google anything. And I also got a comment the other day where someone was like, why would anybody buy information in the AI age, right? If you could just get all your information from AI. Goes back to that concept. People buy from people. There are many reasons why people buy. Access to information is one of them. Okay. Another reason is because the creator or the coach themselves. And you do this by having a pre-sold intersection. I talk about this in one of my other videos, link in the description for that. And you really need to create magnetic messaging that brings people to you. You need to become an attractive character. This is key. How to become attractive for the market. And then number 3, you need ultimate authority, ultimate trust, and then pre-sold systems. And you get this nice little intersection here. This is how you begin to make yourself the offer. So that's one way to stand out, is you, the creator, the coach, your personal brand. What makes you different from other people? What are the things that you talk about? What are the things you're interested in? Okay, and part 2 of this is your vehicle or mechanism. This is actually the harder one to do. Okay, it's a unique mechanism. The method or process or system behind your offer that sets it apart from the competition. Okay, so you have your prospects here. Let's just say they're at $0. And your unique mechanism is how you get them to the desired result, making money in this case. And what is different about this? Do you have some sort of revolutionary software? Do you have some sort of revolutionary system that gets them there, or something different from what everybody else is doing? Okay. So a great example of this is a generic offer. You would say, we help coaches get more sales calls. Okay. But adding your unique mechanism to it is, we install a YouTube sales accelerator system, a done with you framework that turns YouTube into a high ticket funnel. This is less generic and it sounds more unique, and it's a method to get somebody to the results. So this can be number 2. And going back to the fitness thing again, right? Fitness is fitness. Losing weight is losing weight. Gaining muscle is gaining muscle. There isn't necessarily anything new or unique about doing those things. So I'm going to let you in on some secret sauce. So one of the ways that people in the fitness space really, blow up, everybody's selling the same thing. The way you get jacked is the same way you get jacked all the time. Nothing really changes. Nothing new in science has been discovered about getting jacked and losing weight. It's the old versus the new. Okay. This old method doesn't work. My new method does work. Okay. Carnivore diet doesn't work anymore. This new soy diet works. That's a bad example, but something like that. You always just do the old versus new, and your ability to repackage something and make it sound different. Of course, if you can add your own unique element into it, that's good. Like one of the things that we've seen in the fitness space that was actually something kind of new was the testosterone optimizing. That's something unique that you can add to your fitness offer. The reason why you aren't getting jacked is because your testosterone's low. So we add a testosterone optimization plan in there. And that's a unique mechanism to get somebody to their results. Okay? So there are things like that. Okay, so now that you know how to stand out in your market, right? We're going to be going over how to create the ascending offer. Okay, to create an offer where you're not breaking your back for your clients and they don't expect the entire world from you to send your prospects, okay? Because once again, this whole no-brainer offer situation that we're in, if you create a ascending offer, you don't have to promise the world. And you don't also have to promise the world when you become the niche, when you become the offer in a way, and you find a unique mechanism to help you stand out. But the problem that most coaches and info sellers are facing right now is they have no time freedom when fulfilling on your offer, because some of them are just doing the whole no-brainer stuff and they have to do everything for the prospect. And you end up getting a ton of team members to help fulfill on the offer. You're creating multiple offers to attract an entire audience, right? You're trying to take over the world there. And then you think that a new offer will solve all your problems. A lot can be solved with the offer, but it's not always the biggest problem there. So how do you gain lots of profit and a ton of blank space on your calendar? That's the secret sauce. Let me go over the multiple offer path, the reason why you're probably getting to this situation here, all these problems. Because if you create an offer suite, you are choosing to create a new pathway, which leads to operational drag. Okay, this is the client on the left, and this is the dream scenario. Actually, this should just be one. Change that. So this is what most people are doing, right? There's one dream scenario, let's say, getting ripped, or let's say getting jacked, okay? Just want to get some muscle, get jacked, okay? If I am a fitness coach and, everybody has basically the same desire there to get jacked. But let's say I accept somebody who is skinny fat, okay? Their process to getting jacked is going to be a whole lot different, right? This is their process here. They're going to need a different nutrition plan, a different workout plan to get them to their desired state, which is getting jacked, than somebody who is 60 pounds overweight. Entirely different nutrition plan, entirely different workout plan, right? They're going to be focused more on cardio, being in a calorie deficit. So when you go ahead and do this, when you accept different people, it causes you to create an offer suite. You're basically creating a whole entire new service for somebody who doesn't fit you, right? Getting somebody to skinny fat is completely different than getting somebody to lose weight and then get jacked, lose 60 pounds. Same desired outcome, but completely different process. And this is what most people are falling into. It's causing them to have operational drag. You need that one person that you can just get the same result for every single time with the same process. And the other thing that's happening here when you do that is your offer suite might look like this. You have a course, you have a community, you have a program, you have a mastermind. Your effort is going to be divided by 4. And when your effort is divided by 4, that's going to create situations where you have that operational drag once again. You're going to be hiring out too many team members. You're going to be all over the place. You're going to be trying to sell a Skool Community at $49 a month. Change up your higher ticket program to make it a little bit different. It's just dividing your effort, which is absolutely killing your business. It goes back to one of the most lovely memes here, okay? The idiot is going to be one offer for one person. The person in the middle who's always going to be stressed, who thinks they're the smart one and can scale to that next level, they're going to want to make 9 different offers to make 10x more money. That's their mindset. While the smart person goes one offer for one person, but the difference here is they ascend. They create an ascending offer. So what is an ascending offer? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so for the ascending offer, it's one offer, but you give access to you. It can look like something like this. We take that suite and we package it all into one offer. You have a course. Then if you want to ascend somebody, you can charge them more with a community. If you want to ascend them even further, it can then be they get DM access to you. Even further than that could be a special inner circle group or one-on-one access where you have calls with them every single week. And you only have to accept the people you want into that. So you don't have to overly scale the top, and you can really focus building on these here. But the beautiful thing about this is when you work on the course, you are fixing up the community and making that better. You're making the DM access better because they all get access to that course, and same with the inner circle group. They get access to this. It's one offer. Whereas if you try fixing up the course here, it's not going to affect this because you have a different program for a different individual who would fit in the community and can pay for your thing. Same thing with the mastermind. You will have to separately fix up the mastermind, separately fix up another program that you're selling because you're trying to cater to all these types of people. Instead, you're not building an ascending offer where you just need to fix up one thing and just give more access. This will fix all of your operational drag. Okay, so let's talk about what is the best way to ascend people into your offer here, your one offer. Okay, and that's really having an ecosystem over a funnel. Okay, because when you have a ecosystem, you're asking strangers to take a large leap into becoming a lead and then being a high ticket client. Because it's too much of a straightforward process that leaves a ton of dead leads, and you're really not fulfilling on that trust that is necessary. And you can't ascend them, or you can't get as much people into that higher ticket because you're running a funnel. Whereas an ecosystem, it falls perfectly into the ascending offer. Because with the ecosystem, you're taking strangers to a dream follower, to a dream lead, to a dream customer, and then a high ticket client, right? They can become a part of your free thing. They can then be a low ticket customer, then go into an inner circle, and then be a private member or a one-on-one type of situation. So the ecosystem is all about lead efficiency, maximizing on the people coming into your environment, your Instagram ecosystem or your YouTube ecosystem, maximizing that lead and ascending them through the process and only giving more and more access to you instead of giving different types of accesses to other programs or trying to find people in your audience that fit a particular program that might be a little bit more better designed for them. That's not what you're creating here. You want to create an ecosystem that ascends the right stranger up into getting access with you. Okay, so this is how you effortlessly ascend people into your offer, is by using ecosystem. And if you want a full breakdown on how this works, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Watch that video to see exactly how the ecosystem works. Okay, so let's get into the offer creation and positioning. This is really important if you are in a particular niche and you want to get more high ticket clients, more out of the niche, position yourself right to go against the crowd, to be the unique person and stand out in a saturated market. It all starts with the 4S formula. Okay, so the 4S formula is where you find a specific problem for a specific person to a specific result in one specific way. That's all you need to do. So what that looks like for me is I help ambitious high-ticket coaches and info sellers, so a specific person, add 20,000 plus specific result with one ecosystem, a specific way, your unique mechanism, without outreach, cold DMs, or sales calls with a team of 3. So a specific problem that they are facing. Okay. This is a great way to narrow down on that one person, not develop out that offer suite, but develop the ascending offer, and then also position yourself right in the market. And when we go to more of like, okay, you're in a specific market, you want to have better positioning to get higher ticket clients. I want to show you this example right here. Okay, so if we go to niche positioning mastery, how do you position yourself within the niche becomes very crucial in how much you earn. And I love this example here. Okay. The first thing though that we did establish is one, you. That's how you position yourself. It's a great start point. You are the niche. Your mechanism is one of them. And then also, who is it for? This is the third one. This is what we're going to cover. Okay. So positioning yourself as the Lamborghini. Great example of this is once I was working with a divorce therapist, and this divorce therapist kept on getting a lot of book calls. People weren't purchasing his thing. They just weren't or didn't have enough money, right? And his normal messaging or his normal positioning was, I help you get over a divorce. Then he changed it. He changed his positioning to, I help people who have the house, the cars, but they can't get over the divorce. As soon as he started creating content that aligned with that had that positioning in it, soon enough, everybody that was coming to the calls were all super qualified. They could afford his thing and he was good to go. Now, targeting people who have money isn't always necessary. Like we're working with one client who is an addiction recovery coach, and these people have no money. They're addicted to things, but they have such a large pain, and he's so well positioned into the specific person that he's targeting that he gets people 90% plus results every single time, that the pain is so large, and because of that specific person, he can ask for 5K. And so don't always necessarily, try to target people who are wealthy. Of course that can help, but also think about the pains that you're targeting and that specific person. We have another guy who's selling how to read the Quran to people, which is really, really interesting. And he has people hopping on one-on-one calls with him, and he's selling that for $1,000 every single month for 4 months. So $4,000 in lifetime value, which is a lot for learning how to read the Quran. He just did such a great job at knowing how to target the person who would want that and who has the greatest pain around wanting to connect with the Quran. Okay? And he uses the right positioning and messaging to attract that person. So it's not always just saying, are you a person who's super wealthy? But I like this example because you can see how on the left, this person was always just going to have the unqualified person coming to the call, right? They were not going to have enough money, and he changed the positioning, and everybody started to hop on the call, had money for him. Okay. So that's positioning mastery. A little short thing for you, but But now let's get into the offer firepower. And these are basically the foundations for your offer, how to make it better after you did everything that I just explained. Because now that you have your unique offer that stands out, add these into it to boost it up. You don't necessarily have to make it a no-brainer offer, but you want these things to boost. So think of the product. Give it a clear name. It's so much better than having something complex. So a clear name is fully scaled. We're going to help scale you to $30,000 a month, whatever, right? The bad naming in that could be, going back to the fitness coach thing, you can call the name like caloric deficit training, or like something just sounds complex, right? You want to pass what I call the billboard test. If you're driving along the highway and you're going to read the billboard, you have to understand what you're reading right away. You have to understand the point that's being trying to get across to you. And if yours is too complex, if you can't drive by it, read it, and understand it real quick, then yours is too complex. Okay? The promise and transformation, a clear, measurable transformation. Keep it tangible and objective. Okay, tangibility is time. That's something that's tangible. We get you to X result in 90 days. Could be money. It could be we get you 6-pack abs. That's tangible. We remove your meetings on your calendar. We save you time. That's tangible. Adding things like that to your offer gives it firepower. And then payment terms. I'm personally a big fan of monthly recurring revenue and getting high ticket. So collecting a lot of cash up front, but also having things where you can do monthly recurring revenue. Okay, that becomes a really good foundation for the business. You know how much is coming in every single month. You don't have to worry about selling new people in. And every great business, in my opinion, is built on a foundation of recurring revenue. Now, if you want to know how to do that in your coaching business, how to collect a lot of cash up front, but also develop an MRR without creating a new offer, I can create another video on that. Just comment below if you want to hear more about it. I can make a whole deep dive in how to do it. Next thing is the urgency and scarcity. Have a price increase that's going to happen. Maybe next month the price is going to go up by 30%. Cap the spots. Right? This month, we're only accepting 5 people, or the spots for our online program is capped at 80 people. Okay. This creates urgency and scarcity in the buyer's mind. They're going to want to go in because they don't want to have the fear of missing out on getting a good deal or missing out on being one of the members in the program and getting to the results. Bonuses. What are extra materials, services, or items the client can receive that aligns with your promise? Don't be creating things that don't align with the promise and that's not going to help them get to the results. You want to make sure that the bonuses that you're giving away for free could be some sort of nutrition calculator or some sort of testosterone optimization plan. Okay? These are bonuses that you can offer to sweeten the deal. They're little deal sweeteners that you can put in there. And then the guarantees. Okay, this goes back to the whole no-brainer offer and not promising the world. I am not a fan of doing a money-back guarantee. I don't think it works anymore in this market. There's so many bloated offers that there's really no trust in the guarantee anymore. So actually having an anti-guarantee is much better and causes you to stick out. But if you're just starting out, what you can do is say, I'll work with you free until you achieve your result. Okay. You're not giving them money back, but you're going to work with them for free until they get to X, Y, Z result if they haven't already. If you have any sort of social proof, don't offer and guarantee. As I was saying before, the way the market is, it's better to have a anti-guarantee. And that's pretty much it. This is how you create your one offer where you can ascend people. Getting your time back, giving access to you, not promising the world, standing out so that you can scale your coaching-led business to $30,000 to $100,000 a month without a lot of time, energy, and effort, and keeping operations smooth. Okay, if you want to learn more about the ecosystem and how this fits into it, go ahead, hit the link in the description, check that out, watch that entire video. Other than that, I will see you in the next one.